We've met our state goals the last 2 years. We've seen improvement in test scores across gap groups. JCPS is moving in the right direction, thanks in no small part to a community partner who made a long-term commitment to our kids' success. Over the last year, we've shown you how our classrooms have changed because of the $35 million GE Foundation Developing Futures grant. This month, we take you back to the very beginning to show you how JCPS and the GE Foundation built capacity for achievement.
Multiplying negative times a negative, what kind of answer do we get?
What's happening in Carrie Roby's math classroom probably wouldn't have happened about 5 years ago. In fact, it may not have happened at all.
Angie is marvelous. I love her. I never want to lose her.
Were it not for Angie Johnson, who helped develop rigorous instructional strategies.
I do whatever it takes in this building to make sure that our teachers have what they need to be effective, to make sure that our kids that we're laser focused on student learning so that our kids are on track.
So you do have to kind of sort through them a little bit, and you can see how many questions they have.
Johnson is a Goal Clarity coach, formerly known as a staff developer. Among her many duties, she leads professional learning communities to build collaboration among teachers. She helps them with lesson plans, provides resources for classroom assessment, and analyzes data, helping with the day-to-day operations that allow teachers to teach and lead each child to their potential. But that wasn't always the case.
If you walked into a classroom, 4 years ago, you might see 3 teachers teaching completely different content on the same grade level. And now when we walk in, you're probably going to see 3 very similar lessons aside from the teachers' personalities and the way they choose to present it, but you're going to see very focused instruction.
Years ago, as state-level assessments continued to change every few years, with JCPS adopting inquiry-based learning, knowing new state standards were on the horizon, it was clear that teachers needed more support.
How do we get teachers to really get the professional development or the questions answered, even to that degree, on a daily basis? And as we talked, I said, well, what we really need is that we need staff developers.
Inquiry science is not an easy thing for teachers. It's probably much easier for kids, if you will, than teachers, because teachers must be extremely organized. They have to be plan about materials and do a lot of preparation before a lesson and after a lesson to get it ready and then to break it down and clean it up. And so those staff developers were able to help individual teachers who were struggling with that, and sometimes that can get in the way of good instruction and therefore high achievement for students.
The $24 million GE Foundation Developing Futures grant was just ending, and JCPS was looking to build a long-term structure to support instruction. The GE Foundation provided an additional $10 million renewal grant for the new concept, a collaborative effort with the district and the Jefferson County Teachers Association.
Jefferson County had one of the best, if not the best, coaching model that was out there. And it was something that we did an enormous amount of research on, and we couldn't quite find the solid research that said here's the best coaching model to be used. But we found that recipe that could work in Jefferson County.
It's a recipe that allows Roby to focus on the most important part of her job, our kids.
And she's made us very focused on, what are the kids getting? How can we help them get this? Whereas all the attention is directly on the kids with that.
I feel they've been completely instrumental in the change of some of the structures we have in our district and our movement towards the higher levels of achievement in Kentucky.